like to shift things a little bit and talk about a change that's going to happen with us for Fridays, and so we'll open that up a little bit, kind of tell a little bit of what I think it might look like, and open it up for some comments. As you know, starting last fall, we presented to the group, let's pray into what does it take for our group to go to the next level. And I felt like we had come to kind of a ceiling or a position or place where we had to have a catalyst or some kind of installment that would take us to the next level. I didn't know what that was, and I solicited all of us to pray into that. And good things happen, and we kind of get distracted from kind of facing that imminent need for change, because good stuff happens, and we all love the good stuff. It keeps us all inspired. But I began recognizing that my heart was not as inspired to approach these Friday morning meetings. Now, obviously, it had nothing to do with relationships being troublesome. There weren't circumstantial problems. And that was kind of an enigma, kind of a mystery to me. Why was I feeling like that? What made me feel less inspired when everything was going better than it's ever gone? What is the problem here? There's a breakdown. And I should have known. It kind of disappointed me that it didn't come to me until a little later in the process, because I preach this. I talk this to people for 20 years. We've got to do whatever the basic motivational gifting is, or motivational grace that's at work in our life. We've got to do that. If we don't, then what we do writes checks on us. It begins to deplete our emotional or soul bank, our bank account. And so, we've had the most amazing progress, journey, adventure, exploration as a group over the last 4, and some of us have been meeting for 5 years or more, actually. But it's been just an amazing journey. We've had discoveries. We've got tremendous trophies. We love getting together and sharing our, oh my gosh, can't wait to tell you this, and it's just super fun. And all of those speak to what is, in a general way, I describe as a pioneer gifting in me. A need. It's not just a gift, but it's a need. It's a need. I've got to find new stuff. I've got to be involved. I got to have my fingers. I got to have my soul gripped with something that's fresh and new. I know it's kind of weird, but it's just the way it is, And when I do that, man, my eyes sparkle and my heart's popping, and I can't wait to get up in the morning, and I can't wait to meet whoever is a part of that process. And it just makes life alive and fun. And so that's what we've been doing. And my goodness, have we ever had a wild ride together that's I have zero regrets. It's just all winners. It's all trophies. And but the problem is it's been too doggone good. It's just too good, because now things are flowing smoothly. And for me, as a pioneer, what am I going to do now? Things are, oh man, this shouldn't be like this. What is wrong with me, But I was asking myself, well, Lord, why do I not feel the inspiration, And I love everybody here. We have great friendships, great relationships. So why is that? Well, it dawned on me. I'm not doing pioneering stuff anymore with this group. because this group, we've kind of all grown up together. You know, we're peers, we're fellow discoverers and adventurers and frontiersmen, and we've all kind of grown up in it together. And now look, when we get together, we just like sharing our stories and praying for one another, and and that kind of stuff. And so whether it's a fault or not, maybe it's my fault that I haven't opened up new territory for us. But anyway, I'm just discovering that I'm going to have to, in order to stay healthy inside myself and to stay healthy in my relationships, I've got to step back from leadership of Fridays. Now, I do not in any way want to diminish or jeopardize our relationship, because they're tremendously meaningful to us. In fact, in as much as I feel like I'm going to pull back some, I feel like that these relationships that we have established, I don't know, even within this year, we could find some very new dynamics come into our lives, whether it's politics, economics, national issues, or revelations come into our lives that would find a great launching pad on our relationships. In other words, because we have our relationships, we could go into that next level with a lot of strength. So I feel like that our relationships will be very vital, very strategic and crucial to us as we move on into the future. Here's a little something different, and I don't know, so don't push me on this, because I don't know how this is going to gel. The thought that comes to mind, and I don't know how to describe this or what it's going to look like, but I kind of want to do something that might be something you'd call a think tank. And that's kind of a weird thing, but a think tank. Now, it's not all brainiac think tank, but it's where when you get together, you have a specific mission and all antennas are tuned. Oh gosh, it's messing me up as I'm talking about it. It's really kind of what I talked about 4 and 5 years ago. I said I just dreamed of having 4 or 5 or 6 guys come together, guys or gals, that have one mission in mind, and that is to go one step further than where we were. We're not going to get together. It's not for fellowship. It's not for praying for one another. It's because we're grown up enough that we're sold out enough and we're gripped enough. And we're gripped enough that it's like Hannah. Give me a son or I die. You want it that bad. You can taste it. Well, I don't know how that's going to manifest, but I'm just kind of letting you hear my stirrings, and they're not concrete. They're not even in concepts yet. It's just kind of fuzzy desires, And so, if you want to pray into that, you can. But my feeling is, it's going to be one of those catalysts. It's going to be one of those catalyst factors that helps launch into another level. At least I believe it's going to be for me, and I have a feeling it's going to be for all of us. So there you go. I'll leave it at that. Take a breath. You guys can talk.